There are still so many opportunities in this big, beautiful country, my friends. You just have to know where to look. I say that because online entrepreneurs are realizing that idiocy itself can actually be commodified and turned into a money-making venture, much like everything else in a late-stage capitalist society. And some business geniuses manage to find a way to actually harvest American stupidity and milk gullible Americans for financial gain again and again and again. I'm, of course, talking about Donald Trump supporters, and even though he's already scammed them himself multiple times, there's apparently still lots and lots of money that can be made off of these brain-dead dipshits. And that's what a 22-year-old medical student from North India did when he was trying to make some extra cash to get himself through med school. He is one of thousands, if not millions of people outside of America who see lots of opportunities within America to make money. Now, we learned last year that some of the biggest pro-Trump accounts on Twitter were actually run by people in foreign countries since Elon Musk started letting everybody monetize their tweets. But the industry has obviously expanded well beyond Twitter at this point, and the 22-year-old med student in question decided to actually spill the tea on just how lucrative it is to exploit some of the dumbest people in our country. Now, he didn't initially plan to prey on MAGA dummies specifically. In fact, he thought that it would be more lucrative to grift gooners, but he quickly learned that that market is oversaturated, hence why he decided to opt for MAGA. So E.J. Dixon of Wired explains, Sam, who requested a pseudonym to avoid jeopardizing his medical career and immigration status, tried a few things with varying degrees of legitimacy and success. He made YouTube shorts and sold study notes to other med students. It wasn't until he started scrolling through his Instagram feed that he landed on an idea. Why not make an AI-generated girl using Google Gemini's Nano Banana Pro and sell bikini photos of her online? But when Sam started posting generic photos of a beautiful, scantily clad woman on Instagram, he was dismayed to find that none of the content was hitting. He turned to Gemini for advice. If you create a generic hot girl, you're competing with a million other models, it said, according to a transcript Sam provided to Wired. Sam says he presented Gemini with a few possible options to help his model stand out, and the chatbot selected one in particular, the MAGA conservative niche, referring to it as a cheat code. Plus, it said the conservative audience, especially older men in the US, often has higher disposable income and is more loyal. So that's when he created his fake AI MAGA account, and it was an immediate success, not only because it was able to generate lots and lots of engagement, but because he actually got MAGA gooners to pay for softcore porn from his AI MAGA model on FanView, which is the AI-friendly competitor to OnlyFans. They actually paid money for an AI model. And he seemed genuinely surprised in the article by how easy it was to dupe them. Wired continues, last January, Sam created Emily Hart, a registered nurse and Jennifer Lawrence lookalike. On an Instagram account for Emily, at Emily_Hart.nurse, Sam posted photos of her ice fishing, drinking Coors Light, and shooting off a few rounds at the rifle range with emoji-laden captions like, if you want a reason to unfollow, Christ is king, abortion is murder, and all illegals must be deported, and POV, you were assigned intelligent at birth, but you identify as liberal, clown emoji. It's so easy. Though Sam has never lived in the United States, he became an assiduous student of MAGA ideology. Every day I'd write something pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-woke, and anti-immigration, he tells me. The grift seemed almost too obvious, but to Sam's astonishment, he says the account blew up. Every reel I posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views. The algorithm loved it, he claims. Within a month, Emily Hart had more than 10,000 Instagram followers, many of whom also subscribed to her softcore AI-generated content on the OnlyFans competitor FanView. And between FanView subscriptions and selling MAGA-themed t-shirts, one sample message reads, PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. Sam estimates he was making a few $1,000s a month. I was spending maybe 30 to 50 minutes of my day, and I was making good money for a medical student, he says. In India, even in professional jobs, you can't make this amount of money. I haven't seen any easier way to make money online. Oh, this is so embarrassing. MAGA, you are making us look so fucking stupid, and I deadass wonder if one of my MAGA family members subscribed to her FanView account. I don't know that they would know how to use a smartphone that well, like you have to at least have a little bit of tech savvy, but I think they are on Instagram, so I would not be shocked if one of my MAGA family members ended up liking an Emily Hart post, which, oh my God, I would not be able to handle that. That would be too funny. Now, the article talks about how there are a lot of accounts that kind of follow the same format, almost to a T, as the Emily Hart format. They're all white and blonde, and they're either an EMT or a cop or a firefighter, and they share these scantily clad photos along with some dumbass right-wing caption. It's so easy. And the article explains that these accounts, they do well specifically because young women don't support MAGA, right? Like Gen Z MAGA women are a rarity. They tend to skew more left and liberal. So if you're a lonely MAGA chud who's in your 20s and you haven't had much luck with women, primarily because they find you and your ideology revolting, these AI accounts prey on your loneliness by offering you a fake girl that would only exist in your dreams. So that's why these accounts are so popular, primarily on the right. Not just with old people, as the article mentioned, but I'm assuming younger men as well, even if they know that it's fake. Because if you can goon to it, then you can goon to it, real or not, right? And to be clear, only right-wingers are gullible enough to fall for this kind of bullshit. We know this because Sam actually tried to grift Democrats with a liberal counterpart to Emily, and it just didn't work. He claimed Democrats know that it's AI slop, so they don't engage as much. Sam's explanation for why MAGA influencer accounts work is blunt. The MAGA crowd is made up of dumb people, like super dumb people, and they fall for it. So this kind of material is like catnip to people who are horny and stupid. And that's the exact demographic of MAGA. And like, if you doubt that MAGA is a low IQ movement, there's a video from The Daily Show where Jordan Klepper interviewed Trump supporters. They asked him about the whole AI Jesus photo. And I swear to God, these people, I would not be surprised if they actually ate glue for dinner. These people, they need help. It's almost sad to see how stupid they are. I'm surprised they don't spontaneously die because they forget to breathe. I don't know how you get through life being as dumb as MAGA supporters are, but I mean, it's common. It's not like they isolated those, examples of MAGA and they cherry-picked the biggest dipshits. Talk to any MAGA supporter. Talk to my family member. They all are this fucking stupid. And this is why it's so unbelievably lucrative to grift these motherfuckers. And Sam suspects that an AI-generated woman that's pro-Hitler would do numbers. But that would be against Meta's terms of service to overtly promote Nazism, so he hasn't tried it. But, that is scary to think about. Because, I mean, sure, Nazism would do well because it's rage bait and, people would reply and flame the person posting said Nazi content. But it would also do well, let's be real, because a lot of conservatives in America agree with it, seeing as how the modern-day Republican Party is eerily similar to Germany's Nazi Party. I mean, the white supremacist Great Replacement conspiracy theory is essentially mainstream these days in Republican politics. So if you combine that extremism with the sexual appeal, you'd have most Republicans creaming themselves in seconds when they see an image like that. But the standard Emily template, that is the one that's most common, and it's surprisingly common. In fact, a month ago, the Washington Post released a report about Jessica Foster, an AI-generated female veteran on Instagram that shared pictures of herself with Donald Trump at the tarmac and selfies with herself and Trump as well as Vladimir Putin, because I guess the only thing more appealing to them than a strong military mommy who'd step on their balls is a strong military mommy who's also down with authoritarian strongmen. And the owner of this account went on to share feed pics of the AI model as followers began to lust for more than just political pandering. And Wired references another massive AI thirst trap account called Mayflower Mommy, which is a brunette version of the MAGA female archetype. And they explained that she'd be in a car or in her kitchen gazing coquettishly at the camera with captions like, "If this American flag emoji is your pride flag, I want to be friends. #Let's MAGA." And they explained that her followers ate it up. Quote, "Not a Democrat live in the world looks like this, folks. Young fellas, pay attention," reads one top comment. Oh my God. Oh, I can't take it. What an embarrassing fucking country we live in. Holy shit. Oh. I can't. I'm going to myself. I can't take it. They are as hopelessly horny as they are stupid, but there are other ways to dupe them, of course. If you foster their sense of victimhood, that is another way to cash in. I'm almost crying. But I'm recalling a story from back in 2018. Let's talk about this. When Princess Q made this post on Twitter, coming out as a Trump supporter, writing, I will not hide any longer. The left has made us feel as if us black Republicans should hide, but not anymore. Hashtag blacks for Trump, hashtag walk away, hashtag MAGA. Now, once the post got enough attention, she came back 4 days later with an update and a GoFundMe, writing, "Thank you all so much for your overwhelming support. After seeing this tweet, my parents cut me off and refused to pay for my university tuition. So if you could find it in your hearts to help this young black Republican pay for school, it would be appreciated." And she expanded the story and shared a fake text exchange with her mother and her arguing, which ultimately culminated in her being kicked out and disowned for being a Trump supporter. And of course, they ate that shit up and ended up donating lots and lots and lots of money to her, so much so that she was able to graduate college debt-free. Debt-free. And last year, I did a deep dive into her story with an update about what she's been up to these days. And she's doing really well, in part thanks to that moment catapulting her into a career. So, I mean, it goes to show you that MAGA is by far and away the most gullible fucking group of people, perhaps in the entire world. I mean, not only did they vote for an obvious con man 3 times, his family made millions, if not billions, off of these people by hawking them NFTs and various shit coins, as well as shoes and watches and even Bibles. And to this day, they still think that he has their best interest in mind. They haven't gotten the sense that, hey, maybe this man is just using us. So if they've proven time and time again that they're the most gullible people ever, then it's not that surprising to see everyone exploit them for their stupidity and farm it for monetary gain. It doesn't matter how obvious the grift is, they fall for it every fucking time, and they never get the sense that they're being used, hence why it keeps happening.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come. Come.
Welcome to the Come Zone.
Come.